Now, I know there's the whole debate discussion about is $20 million enough for a single man. Yeah, with a family, if he doesn't go crazy with the spending, he could be okay. All right. But Terence Crawford has a big ass family. Takes care of his mama, a couple siblings. He's got a bunch of kids. If there's one thing that never stops, it's the bills. The bills never stop coming. I don't know what Terence Crawford's investments look like. I would not be surprised he comes back to fight a mega fight for big money in 2 to 3 years. Okay, they'll find ways for the money to come up missing. Bad investments, accountants forget to pay the taxes. There's always ways to find somehow your money goes missing. So let's go here. This is the clip that everyone's talking about. I have no issue with Terence, but let's keep it a buck. Like, nigga, you're being advised by a crime boss. Like, your soul's pretty much tooken.
Your whole life undefeated, but you grind to feed your kids and to make better for your family. I always say everything got a price. Because people say, like, I love my dog. I get $100. No, I get $1,000. No, I get $100,000. Hey, you can have him. Like, my thought is everything has a price. There is not a number that can get you back in that ring. 80 million, 100 million.
Nah, because now you selling your soul.
$100 million, you can have my soul.
That's you. Now we know your character. Sometimes, you know, you look at people and you be like, dang, man, you ain't got no dignity. You ain't got no morals. Like, come on, man. Like, what you gonna stand for if everything is about money? Like, I never was in a sport because of money. You know, of course, I was in a sport to make money, but I wanted to be a world champion. Yeah. You know, I wanted to do something that I set my sights out to do as a little boy. And money wasn't the motivation. Me being a world champion was the motivation. Me accomplishing all the things that I've accomplished along the way on my journey, you know, it was extra credit. It was extra credit because it's coming from the hood. It was like, man, I just want to be a world champion because that's just my dream. So when I became a world champion, it was just like, man.
Okay, let me stop there. Once again, he's being advised by an alleged mob boss, okay? And they'll find ways for your money to go missing. Let's see, how much is he worth? How much is he worth? Oh, this is not a lot of money. This is not a lot. Okay. They say he's worth between $20 and $30 million. That's not a lot of money. This is not a lot. This is not a lot of money, y'all. This is chump change. What are you talking about? And then when Bob Arum flat out told the world to his face that, yeah, I got a fighter that can't sell tickets. He was talking about Bud. And then Terence Crawford goes back and re-signs with Bob Arum, even though PBC was offering him more money, more chances at more titles. Clearly, PBC has the best stables of fighters, and it's been that way for a very long time. That's where pretty much all the black fighters are at. PBC. That's why everybody hates PBC. Their fighters get the most money. They got the most belts. You understand? And it's ran by basically black men, right? But after his contract, the second time was up with Bob Arum, Terence Crawford signed with this guy here. Okay? Daniel Kinahan. Did y'all not know this? Did anybody remember this is who Terence Crawford signed to after he left Bob Arum, before he signed with Turkey. And now everyone's running around with the clip that he tried to basically sun Channing Crowder about not selling his soul. Sir, I don't know, Terence Crawford. I think I don't let's just get to it real quick. So Daniel Kinahan, suspected mob boss from Europe. It's not suspected. He is that. Okay? He is that. So let's go here. Kinahan is one of the most powerful people in boxing, advising some of the sport's biggest names. This is back from 2021. At one point, he was advising Tyson Fury, Josh Taylor, and Jamel Herring. right? He advises his stable of boxers and even organizes matches for them from his headquarters in Dubai. Okay? While Kinahan has never been charged with a crime, it is alleged that he controls an Irish organized crime group with operations worth over $1 billion. And you want to tell me Terence Crawford has not sold his soul? Gotcha. The High Court in Ireland has heard accusations he is the figurehead of an international drugs and weapons gang called the Cartel, which specializes in execution-style murders. Lawmakers in Europe are appalled at how Kinahan is seemingly free to operate in boxing. Irish politician Neil Richmond said earlier this year that the sport must fight back, while Stephen Ferry, a member of parliament in the UK, said he's very concerned about the power Kinahan wields. There are major issues both for governments and boxing authorities when it comes to Kinahan. This is insane. This is insane. And y'all gonna sit here and listen to Terence Crawford as he's sonning Channing Crawford. Terence didn't sell his soul. Bet. Okay, cool. Okay. Gotcha. Daniel Kinahan. Here we go. This is when Terence signed. Why would Terence sign with this guy? After you leave him, the slave master, Bob Arum, right? You leave one slave master and went to another one. Yeah. Bob Arum, this week told the Irish Mirror that one of top ranked fighters is advised by Kinahan. Okay. All right. It is unclear if he met Kinahan during his visit, and there is no suggestion that Crawford is involved in any criminality. No, nor should he. But this is who he does business with. I'm sure Kinahan is still advising Terence Crawford. So yeah. Kinahan does not give interviews or speak to the press. The only public statement he has issued for years arrived in February 21 and appeared to be part of a campaign to sports wash his image. Okay. Yeah. Once again. So let's go ahead and get to the clip, because everyone, no one's selling their soul. I guess. Okay. You run around here with a goddamn crime boss. He'll be back. He'll need the money. And let's get to partly why he'll need the money. Because of stuff like this. Right? Because he's not very self-disciplined when it comes to women and kids, right? Let's go.
You talked about having a baby outside of your relationship. And you said, I can't lie. And I truly respected that. But then at the end, you said you were just a man. And I understand that because I've been in that position and not always made great decisions. What did you learn, though, from that experience? Because it was sort of a lesson in loyalty in many ways, your life partner and yours.
That's a sticky situation, man. Like, man, I got so much backlash on.
Yeah.
People don't know my relationship, so I'm never gonna badmouth my child's mother on social media or any platform. So anything that she done to me, anything that we went through, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it on the chin because that's what men do. But if we been 1,000% real, I should have left a long time ago. Men stay, women leave. But to cover that up, we wasn't even together when I got my other baby mama pregnant.
We wasn't even together when I got my other baby. He has no wife, just baby mamas, a bunch of kids, and he's only worth $30 million. And y'all sit here telling me this man is financially astute enough to make $30 million last for the rest of his life without having to come back for a big payday fight. Okay, gotcha. He'll be back in 3 years fighting for money. He'll be back in 3 years. Probably less than fight for money. Let's continue.
We was living together and things like that, but we wasn't together. Things happen, like I said, like, not saying that it's cool, not saying it's okay, but men have babies outside of their relationship every day. This is nothing new. That's why I'm like, you know, it's great. Women too. Like, a lot of people always criticize men of having children outside of their relationship or whatever the case may be.
No, sir. They criticize men that have children outside their marriage. No one trips off you having extra kids on your baby mama. That's your baby mama. No, people only trip off men who have kids outside of their marriage. That's a big distinction. But let's continue.
Their wives and things like that. But when you see a woman do it, it's all, she deserved better, or he wasn't doing this, or he did this to her, or why, and this and that. Why is it so much this and that and this? You know, like, you don't know why that man stepped out on his wife or his relationship and things like that. You just look on the outside looking in.
You talked about.
He has a point, but he's the wrong messenger. How many baby mamas? Okay, how many baby mamas does Terence? This situation is all messed up. His situation is all messed up. He's got 2 baby mamas. So Alindra, he has 6 kids with Alindra. He ain't married the woman. So what does it take for you to marry this woman? She gave you 6 kids, and he has the 7th kid, the outside kid, with another woman. And you don't think he'll be back in the ring fighting for money? Okay, y'all got it, man. This is messy. So your baby mama hasn't shown you enough value and worth to put a ring, to marry her and make her an honest woman. Like, she gave you 6 kids. What more do you want from this woman? That's sad. That's not no man shit, y'all. I mean, if you have 2 kids by the same woman, you should go ahead and marry her. You know, 2 should be enough. But this woman has 6, and she's still with you after you had number 7 with somebody else. I think she deserves the ring. I think she deserves the ring with no prenup. Like, are we who we kidding at this point? You understand? This is sloppy. This is sloppy. Okay, he'll be back fighting for money. He's only worth $30 million, if that. He'll be back. He'll need the money. He'll need the money. Okay.